So I finally watched the second Jurassic Park movie. I had never seen it before, and I feel like we should talk about that. I know you guys have probably all seen it by now, but I had never seen it before. First of all, what was like the main lady's name from this Jurassic Park? Let's call her Stacy. I don't know if her name was Stacy, but the main like paleontologist girl. Stacy, right, leaves for the expedition before everybody else gets there, correct? And by the time that everybody gets to the island with the dinosaurs, Stacy's already been there for like 3 days. And so they arrive to, you know, kind of like rescue her. And tell me how, when they get there, out of nowhere, the guy goes, shh, shh, like, look. And then out of nowhere, like, stegosauruses appear from between the trees. You're gonna tell me you didn't see or hear those things when they were, like, still miles away from you? They're gigantic, okay? That's like suddenly being surprised about seeing an elephant. There's no way that's gonna happen. You're not gonna suddenly be like, an elephant! No, you're gonna know that shit's coming before it gets there, okay? Then, Stacy tells the guy, oh, let me take your camera. I'm gonna go take some pictures of the Stegosaurus. And she goes up to the baby Stegosaurus and she's like taking pictures of him like this close. And then she's like petting the Stegosaurus. And then literally 10 minutes later, wait, I have my ice cream and all ready to chat. No, they're not. There's no fucking way you're gonna be like surprised about an elephant suddenly coming into your peripheral vision. Not even peripherals. Like, they didn't see the Stegosaurus until he was literally like 10 feet away from them. The thing is bigger than a bus. You're gonna see it before it gets there. Okay, then literally 20 minutes after this chick is like petting the baby Stegosaurus and almost gets murdered by the rest of the adult ones, she's like, we cannot interact with these animals at all. Don't wear perfume because they will smell you. Don't leave behind even like a crumb of your granola bar because we cannot leave any traces of ourselves behind. We cannot, you know, interact with them. They can't even sniff us. And like I said, mind you, she was just petting the baby Stegosaurus. And then 20 minutes after that, she's running around holding the baby T-Rex. But nobody else can do it, okay? Only her. Only she's allowed to do this, by the way, okay? Apparently. Even though she doesn't, no one can do it, but only she could do it. It's okay. Then we have the other side story of that stupid ass little kid that goes to the island with them. She sneaks on the, well, how did they get there? Obviously by like plane and by boat, okay? No one realized this little kid was there until she shows up in their trailer. So what got me started on this Jurassic Park journey is that I'm going to Universal Studios in October. Okay, wait. So let me go back to my rant about this stupid little kid in Jurassic Park. So before the little kid shows up on the island, she's there at the paleontologist dude's job where they're doing like a whole debriefing about how dangerous this mission is. So she's hearing about, looking at, and witnessing how dangerous this mission is, how there's the T-Rexes and all this stuff, and these dinosaurs are just loose on the island. Yet when she's there with them, like running around the island now because of, you know, all the dangers, she has the audacity to be scared and shocked and surprised that the dangers that they warned her about, they were warning everybody about, are there. And she's like, oh, who would have thought that the island full of dinosaurs has dinosaurs? Who would have thought? And then she's crying and everything. No, yeah, that little girl was awful. Her acting, terrible. Am I just a hater? The last thing I'll talk about is how at the end of the movie, the guy who was like a poacher, whose whole life mission was to kill the T-Rex, from literally 1 minute to the next, he's like, life changed, mind changed, we need to protect these animals. I'm like, bro, you just spent probably millions of dollars in that day, because this was the 90s, right? Spent millions of dollars on this trip, on this expedition, killed half of your crew, to now, from 1 minute to the next, he's like, you know what, animal activist. Besides that, the movie was great. I love the part where the T-Rex goes into San Diego, actually. They're in California, right? When the T-Rex comes to land. And then he's in that kid's backyard. That was so funny. I mean, how do you guys think you would act in that situation? Honestly. I know I'm a little delusional about some things because, for example, I strongly believe that I could survive like a zombie apocalypse if I had to. But if I don't have to be in those situations, I won't be in them. I would never put myself in the situation of being attacked by a dinosaur if I don't have to be. But yeah, I'm going to Universal Studios in October, and there they have the whole Jurassic Park section. So I wanted to be more in the loop of like what the rides are based on and all of that.